Yo. What's up, y'all? Let's turn this music down real quick. What up, YouTube? What up, cyberspace? Hello, internet land. This your boy, Crypto Bruh. Coming back again with another video, aka More World Pizza DJ. Crypto is a thing I do. Enthusiast. That's what we're going to call it. I'm a hobbyist. But yeah, nah, man. What's up, y'all? This your boy. It's August 2nd, 2023, Wednesday. Where is the week going? We're getting ready to have a chat with my guy, Razvan from the DBXEN team. Let me see real quick. Oh, he's in the room. Let me add him to the stream. But yeah, we're going to talk to let me tell him, I think he can hear me, but give me 1 second and put you guys over here. Be right back. Enjoy the music. YouTube family, what's up, y'all? So let me make sure everything is chill. I got my feed going. Let's see, I got any admins in chat? Yep. All right. So, hey, what's up, YouTube? How to get my guy Raz in the chat with us? So I'm getting ready to bring him in. But yeah, today I just wanted to pull in one of the developers within our community so we can kind of have a chat about what's coming up next. Seems a lot has been cooking for DBxEN. And again, here on the channel, we've been doing a lot of critical thinking around the idea of what is DBxEN and how can it work for me, right? So really excited to talk to Raz face to face. First time I talked to him was through Twitter, so this is our first live stream. But yeah, let me bring in the homie real quick, guys. Let's get it going. Here he is. Here's the man. Here he is. What's up, dude? How's it going, Razvan?
How are you?
I'm chilling, man. I'm here. I just kind of I've been up for like 2 hours now. Usually I'm not a morning person, but I was like, I'm gonna be a morning person today for you, bro. Like, I got some questions to ask and some things to see. And also, you know, some Xenians as well. They are very curious about what we got going on next. And you always are chatting with us in the Twitter Spaces. So I was like, yo, let's do a face-to-face little chat for the YouTube crowd. For those that don't have Twitter, some people don't have Twitter, man, and you know all they got is YouTube. So we're gonna show them some love today. Let me just shout out some people in the chat. I see I got my guy Mick Dingo up in here. What's up? ADZ, Josh, K Harris, Dank in the house. There's a lot of green in the house. We got the Bruh Club. Oh, so Raz, if you see, you'll see a whole bunch of hourglasses because you know we got the sand up in the house today. So thank y'all for pulling up. Tony, Dr. V Ray, hey. A lot of the Xenians are up in here, so make sure you hit that like button. But real quick, Razvan, who are you, man? Before we kick off and start getting really, you know, into the mix of where we're going with DBxEN and DBxeNFTs, who exactly is Razvan to DBxEN?
Oh, yeah, good question. Philosophical question, actually. So, my name is Razvan. I am from Romania. I am an entrepreneur. I run a couple of companies, all sit under an umbrella, which is called Home of Prodigies. What I like to do most in the professional life is to create. So I love research and development. I love technology. As a background, well, I've started my career as a lecturer after I finished my PhD in cybernetics and statistics. Maybe this is why I'm, you already know that I'm in love with numbers and algorithms and things like this. We like to investigate, analyze, research everything that is new in the technical field. This is how we understand.
Oh, hey Raj, you still there? We got a little let's see if you're gonna come back real quick. Hold up. Where'd he go? Let me see. Yeah, I gotta hit the start recording button. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me see. Let me get Razvan back real quick. Hold up. He froze on us. Let me see. Oh, snap. He was about to go in. He was about to tell us about, he was giving us the philosophical 1 and 2s about what was about to happen next, about how he got to where he is. So let's see what happened. Oh, he jumped out. He about to come back. I know he about to come back. But yeah, so real quick, this is going to be high level. That's why I was like, let me break it in real fast just to see where Raz is at. And then, we're going to go ahead and talk about DBxEN. But the thing about Zen that's pretty epic, in my opinion, that we talk about here on the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. We do this daily, talk about the Zen world, and we talk about DBxEN because it's part of it, is that there's a lot of innovative thinkers within the Zen space, including the developers, including the people that are cooking up the formulas so that we can burn our Zen and have a place to just exterminate the supply. But with extermination, you know, it's got to be correct, bro. So hold on, we got our guy back. Add him to the stream. Hold up. Oh, you coming?
I
You're.
used to love and appreciate the Romanian internet. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's maybe you want to try your audio one more time because it sounds like a little staticky. I'm not too sure why.
So my internet connection just died, and now I reconnected on another wireless. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but there's like a little static in the background. It sounds like a.
I'm not sure.
Like feedback. That's the right word. There's some feedback in the background. Yeah, here. Let's see.
Just change also the microphone. Good. Is it better?
No, I think it's the.
Or not yet.
Let me see here. Yep, it's gonna be. So I muted you, but when I have you unmuted, there's a lot of feedback coming from the device you're using.
And now?
Yeah, it's still the same. Maybe you want to reset it. It's cool. You can bounce back real quick. No rush. The team is here. They're thinking you're an AI right now because it sounds like a robot.
Let me reconnect then.
Yeah. Come back. We're gonna wait a second for him to come back. While we wait for Razvan to come back, let's look at DBXEN. He's probably got to reset his connection. But yeah, like what I was trying to say real quick. This your boy Crypto Bro, man. We're gonna talk about it all. Even if there's technical difficulties. Now I got my shit all working. Y'all see this? We upgraded. Sorry, Jack, you didn't get the Preem stream. But yeah, like Razvan and team DBXEN, they're really, really, really intuitive when it comes to how we using the Zen token. I can't wait for him to tell you guys, in case you didn't know, how he got into Zen, how he found Zen, because you already see he's building up the show right now so he can drop the banger. He's like, I'm proficient in math, got PhD. So we're gonna keep it going once he come back. My ears are raped. Yeah, I was like, yo, that can't be me, man. I know I've touched up on this. I know I've made this a little bit better. It can't be me. So we'll let him get his thing. Pause. I don't want to say his thing. Oh man, somebody's selling some devilish prices here. What's going on? Tree City West in the house. Mutely said, that's AI. I think he's an AI too, man. DJ Terminology in the house. DJ Terminology. Let's be patient. Yeah, man. Get your coffee. Real quick, kick back. Hit the like button if you're here right now. Thanks for being here early. You know, I actually haven't even tweeted this out. Let's all tweet this out at the same time. Because that's what it's all about. It's Zen World. It's Zen World. And yeah, I'm gonna tweet this out real quick. Give me a second here. The beats are tight though. I dropped a like on my way in. Lifted for this whole experience. Lifted off of what, bro? High off life or THCs? That's it. That's the only two things you can be high off. Life or THC. Everything else is like, yo, what the fuck? Hey, bro, chill. Chill, bro. But yeah, you know, cool, I tweeted it out. But you know what's crazy? Oh, let me see if Razvan is back. Oh, he is back. So we're going to go talk to Razvan in a second. But yeah, man, what's crazy is that Zen had a crazy move yesterday, and now everybody's feeling it. So, and it's so spectacular that we got the devs in the house. Let's go. All right. My guy back.
Hey, now is better?
Oh, yeah, bro. You were sounding like a...
Is it better now?
You were sounding...
Great.
Yes, you sounded like a robot. I was like, am I speaking to an AI or a real person? Nah, you're good
You
though.
will be soon enough.
I know, right? that's, that's what's gonna
So
the deep fake
where did
spoofs.
we left off? I don't know how much did you manage to hear me
Well,
speaking.
yeah, right before you cut off, you were starting to kind of give us that background on how you've like become fascinated by math, I should say. So you were right there about getting your PhD and and kind of rolling into why you got your PhD.
Oh, okay. So uh, I've left off at cybernetics and statistics,
There it
and
is.
I was saying that probably now you know why all the light papers that I propose are quite heavy in algorithms. But I do I yeah call it my bad pleasure in trying to figure out game theories that uh, would make people think harder before they act. Um, okay, and I was saying about the companies that we are running. So basically, we are around 40, 50 people. We are all trained in programming, in mathematics, in research and technology. The fields that we've touched are AI, Web3, crypto, and some Web2 B2B products. Yeah, I think that's all on the professional side.
Yeah, I think
I had a
so. You're part
better
of.
discourse before having issues with the technical stuff.
Yeah, no, it's cool, dude. We're gonna get back into it. Cause you were saying B2B, so that's business to business for those that aren't too aware of what B2B is. Is that in regards to the D box? Is that right? Is that the B2B side of things or
Mm,
something else?
not just dbox. We have dbox. Actually, it was an experiment, and we will probably launch it um, further down the line. I'm not sure. I cannot
Oh,
predict when. But this will be actually a B2C project because it is meant to be the most secured email system or communication system in the world. It's completely decentralized. It's quite innovative, but we still have some work to do, and we've parked it at the moment. But in the B2B, basically, we work on with several clients like the customs organizations, and we do platforms that help them manage the everything that is related with the customs around the world. Um,
that's awesome.
we have some, yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
have
crazy,
some
man.
IoT projects.
Oh, some IoTs.
Sorry.
Okay, no, yeah, because like, what's cool, what I like about you, Razvan, is that every time I hear you speak, you've always got like all this um, wisdom of like I feel like legacy, where you've been through a lot of different experiences and you can now bring those experiences with you when you start to create. So like right now you just kind of going down the rabbit hole of everything that you've been involved in. Just it keeps expanding on that idea of like, well, why cook up DBxEN? Like you've got all this going on. So why did you even cook up DBxEN? Like how did you even find Zen to cook up DBxEN?
Yeah, you're right. So basically, we are constructing every time on top of what we've already learned and did and had some success with. And even from failures, we still managed to learn something. DBXEN was like most of the projects that we've did was something that just appeared in front of us. So we were working at dbox. Like I said, dbox is it was meant and it is meant to be the most secure decentralized communication system in the world, end-to-end encrypted. We were launching it on Polygon, and during the launch, we were sitting in front of the computer and we were looking at gas fees and GUIs and so on. And we've spotted that something happens with Ethereum because the GUI is too high. It's not normal for a bear market, especially in that period, September, October last year. So we saw that there's this protocol that's burning ETH like crazy, which was XEN. So we started looking into the light paper. It seemed like a shitcoin back then.
Still a
Then
shitcoin.
we've discovered the philosophy in the light paper, and it was very, very strange for us and a nice coincidence because we were promoting the same concepts in terms of fair principles of crypto. So we started investing in it as minters, as participants, and at some point, looking at what's happening in the ecosystem and what people are talking about the roadmaps, um, we figured out that the distribution model that we've created for DBox can be very well suited to solve a real world problem in a small ecosystem at that point, which was XEN. And the problem that we've identified was the hyperinflation. So we adapted a bit the distribution model from DBox. We've worked on the game theory, the thing with batches and cost and so on, and we just went for it. We at that moment, I remember that when I entered into the office and told the guys that, look, I have this idea, everyone was calling me crazy because it it made it made no sense. Why would people mint Xen and then pay to burn it? It was just crazy.
Yeah, it's like, wait, people actually are going to create this cryptocurrency just so they can destroy it, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of part of it. I'm glad that they thought you were crazy, though. That helped make this DBxEN world that you got here going on insane. Because now, you were crazy, but now it is insane. The way that it's been working out. One reason why, like in February when we first chatted on the Twitter, or no longer Twitter, excuse me, sorry Elon Musk, on the SpaceX, when we were on SpaceX talking and kind of getting the background on DBxEN, the reason why I found it was because of the 62-year burn cycle, or basically it's going to take 62 years for all of the DBxEN to come out into existence, aka for 62 years you're going to be able to burn your Zen for this. And then what blew my mind was the way that you did the tokenomics to have 5 million. I was like, wait, hold up. So you're telling me like 62 years for 5 million coins? Those two tokenomics I've never seen before too. So I would think you're crazy to think that someone would want that. But then for me as a user, it spoke because I needed to see a mathematical formula to be able to know that, hey, there's something burning Zen forever, pretty much. I mean, I'm only 32, so 62 years. That's, I mean, if I'm here, shout outs to me. But if not, then DBxEN is gonna outlive my lifetime, which is mind blowing. So yeah, you're crazy, bro. You're insane. You're a maniac for creating this. I mean, how do you feel about it so far? DBxEN's burned like $5 million dollars worth of Zen. I actually don't have it up in front of me.
Yeah, it's almost nowadays it's 5 million. It used to be also around 27 million dollars worth of Zen when the price of Zen was higher.
Yeah.
But I remember back then that basically you were the first Xenian with who understood DBxEN, and you were the first one that I remember that you've made a post on Twitter back then. You were walking down the street in your hometown, and you were presenting DBxEN, and it was, for me, it was very, very surprising because we've never spoke before, and you just understood the light paper, and it was not even launched yet.
Yeah, yo, you were tripping when you dropped that light paper, and I came across my desk, as I like to say. Well, for me, my background, real quick, is I've been in cryptocurrency since 2017, and majority of my time in crypto has been in virtual deposit contracts, which are also known as hourglasses. That's why all the homies in the chat right now, they got the memberships, they got the hourglasses, and oh, here, real quick, Razvan, so you can see it on your side. I got an hourglass that I always keep in front of my desk. So let's go ahead and flip that over real quick. Yes, sir. But the whole hourglass concept of the virtual deposit side of crypto is what made DBXEN for me a what I'm gonna call a legal hourglass, because it's so fairly launched that if you were there first, you did get a nice size bag of DXN before everyone else that came after you. Now, this is what's really cool about DBXEN though, and why I'm still very fascinated about it, and the way that it's crafted is the fact that it has constant cycles, and there's so many cycles from so many different areas, and it's who would have ever thought that it would have expanded into something where you're not just focused on lobby cycle 24 hours. You're not just focused on lobby cycle 24 days, right? You're not you're not just focused on your liquidity pool for 7 days, right? Or your liquidity pool for 24 days. There's so many different angles to attack DBXEN. It's insane. And I'm hyped, bro, that you made something that's dope. There's not too many dope contracts out there. Most of them are just, hey, throw your crypto in here and pray to God. Pray that you don't get wrecked. Yeah, man, I do respect how this is delivered, and kind of your philosophy on first principles. I mean, did you ever, or are you a holder of Bitcoin or of a large sum of Ethereum? You don't have to disclose your finances, but are you a Bitcoiner or Ethereum maxi?
We were involved in cryptocurrencies as traders, as just normal users before entering into the tech part of crypto, which was 2 years ago. So yes, a big fan of Bitcoin, a big fan of Ethereum. And I tell you why in Ethereum, even though it's not fully fair principles of crypto, what Ethereum brought into the landscape was actually the infrastructure that allows people like me, like Jack, like other builders to create on top of the infrastructure, which was not possible in Bitcoin. Unfortunately, Bitcoin is more like a peer-to-peer cash, and kind of that's it. But yeah, we are in this ecosystem from a principal perspective, very very active for years now, and I'm quite glad that we are now in the position which we can bring our own vision, and we can bring our work to be used for others to build on top of it, because I think that fair crypto is about this. Now, if you look at DBXEN is constructed on top of XEN, which is constructed on top of other native coins. So it's not just Ethereum, it's also Avalanche and Polygon and FMOS and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I can't wait for all those other people to find us. Oh, say what?
Yeah, and honestly speaking, I was quite surprised that XEN launched and it was so popular, and now that DBXEN is so appreciated by most of XENians. Forward to see what will happen in the bull market, because I really believe that we have here something that we just don't realize at this moment. We don't understand the potential of this ecosystem yet.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's why I'm saying when I read the DBXEN light paper, that as a Xenian was exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for something that had stable burning. The lobby is the only way that you can have a stabilized burn because it incentivizes users for 24-hour activity. So a lot of people, the way that you get 24-hour activity in DeFi, man, that's like praying to God that Curve Finance doesn't have a bug in their Viper contract or some stuff like that. Like that's basically where a lot of it's going nowadays. So the fact that like I mean, for me, like I know that DBxEN is super early, and that's why at least here on my channel, I've been very critical about like the price, so that the price is in a reflection to the cycle that majority of the time I see DBxEN going through. And that's why I'm saying this is a crazy thing you've kind of invented, because the invention is going to snowball, in my opinion, because over time, as the supply continues to drop, it makes it harder for people to dump. I always say this every day in my stream. So you can follow me. Hey, if you're new here, follow me. You'll hear the same splurge. I'm not just saying it because Razvan's here. But I didn't understand the lobby. I knew that you get in to get ETH, but now I needed to really understand the daily rewards of DXN going down as days get longer, right? So it started at 10,000. Now it's at 7.7 thousand, right? And it's going to keep going down into a point where it's going to be basically coming out of that contract very small. In about 5 years, you're going to be seeing a small amount of DXN available daily for people to participate with, on top of everything else going on in the ecosystem. So we're like, what? March, May, June, July, August. So 5 months in on the ETH side. And there's like I said, 6 different games built around this balloon thing called DBxEN. And now you're getting ready to introduce DBxeNFTs. So I can see why people will get lost, right? And that's kind of why on my stream I beat it in that the vanilla version of DBxEN is the lobby. Getting in, getting your Zen, right? Going minting Zen for free. It's not free, but you're going to pay native coin to our conversation on whatever blockchain you like. And then from there, you're going to burn it with more native. And then you're going to find yourself creating DXN in a fair principle environment, which is mind blowing. So that's the simple side of things. And yeah, you might not make that much just doing it that way. That's what people say. But what I like about DXN, once you transform your Zen into that, you do get all this other stuff that comes in with DeFi, like the liquidity pool, like if you want to just keep staking and getting like $5 a day of Ethereum, I like how my guy AI says it, of clean ETH, because the ETH is going into DXN, and it's that's another thing you did, bro, Roz. I don't know if you know this, bro, but you kind of created a new distribution model for small businesses in crypto. I mean, I say this a lot on my channel, but like I feel like the way that your coin is distributed, it allows for there not to be a lot of hands in the cookie jar if you do it correctly. But like right now, what's cool to see about the lobby and going long on DXN is watching the hands come out of the jar. Watching people be like, oh, it's too hot now. Like, I don't have enough Zen anymore to keep playing in the cookie jar, or I don't have enough ETH anymore to play in the cookie jar, which then makes the distribution have more of an abundance feeling around more wallets, right? Or you have people who go, hey, man, I don't have any more time to stay in this staking contract, so I'm going to unstake. And now the cookie jar gets larger for everyone else, And yeah, dude, it's, to me, I see the complexity of it, right? Like, I'm riding the wave and I get every single piece, but there are still people who just don't understand anything outside of the vanilla version. And that's kind of why I feel like there's that little bit of friction. But again, if you watch the channel, we get you updated really, really quickly. So to get more in depth for those that understand, hold up real quick. Shout outs. Doshland just dropped a free membership for whoever wants it. Click the green banner. You get yourself a free Bread Club membership. He's always giving them away, so make sure you get that one before it's gone. But Roz, real quick, we talk about how DXN, the lobby, the way you get rewards is by staking, and the more people that stake, the less rewards you get, blah, blah, blah. But you've created another pathway, right? You've developed something that's getting ready to come out. So we're going to talk about it because a lot of people are still kind of confused about it. So we'll hear from the man himself how the program works. But you've created this thing called DBxeNFTs that essentially wraps xeNFTs to allow a Xenian to participate in a reward pool of Ethereum. You get or daily native, wherever you're going, because they're going to put this on all Zen chains. So wherever you are, you'll get some drip. That's why we call it today unlimited drip. You're going to get some drip. And that drip is going to come from people wrapping their xeNFTs and participating in DBxeNFT. So real quick, can you just give us a rundown of how this has all come about and where you see DBxeNFTs going after your initial game theory here? But yeah, like what's DBxeNFTs?
Sure.
It's like I said, we're deep in this sauce now.
So first of all, just let me tell you why or how the idea got born. Because at some point, looking at what's happening with XEN, we figured out that there's this problem of hyperinflation that can be solved with a very cool dApp that can burn or incentivize people to burn their XEN. After that, we looked at the xeNFTs. We minted ourselves xeNFTs just to understand the value that is added in terms of having liquid minting XEN, meaning that even though you don't have the XEN, you can trade it and still get your money back if you need some money at some point. But soon after we did our xeNFTs, we were observing the OpenSea, and we've seen back then that the xeNFTs are not that traded. So the volumes there were not wasn't something that I was expecting to be huge volume, but for whatever reason, it didn't fly as I was expecting it. So I realized that now we have this small problem in the community, that a lot of us have a lot of xeNFTs that just stay there and do nothing. And on top of this, looking at DBXEN and DXN, I've observed that people are to hold them and to actually keep them stake. And because most of them are stake, so even now it's more than 93% stake, DXN. The lobbies are not that relevant, so people are reluctant to come and burn their XEN. So we had to come with solutions for two problems. And at some point I was thinking, why shouldn't we fix the both problems with one product? And this is actually DBxeNFTs. So what DBxeNFT allows people is exactly what you said. So you have a xeNFT and you need to wait for it to mature so that you can claim your XEN and do whatever you want to with the XEN, either participate in burning projects or dump it or whatever. But what do you do until then? You can wait on OpenSea and hope that someone will buy it, or you can participate into another hourglass type of contract in which your xeNFT allows you to enter into this game theory where every day you will get some trustless native coin depending on what blockchain you are on. So the idea was simple. Okay, you have a xeNFT, you keep your XEN, you wrap your xeNFT in a DBxeNFT, you get the DBxeNFT. Because you hold it, you get native coin daily, and you can still try to sell it on OpenSea. On top of this, because we are geeks and we are mathematicians, we wanted to have something that is also cool from an artwork. So basically, we've manually draw the artwork, actually one of our team members, and then we transform that into a digital art based on vectors, so that we can program them in such a way that there are no two DBxeNFTs that look the same.
Damn,
So
they're
now
gonna
we
be
are
on
ready.
chain. They're gonna be on chain too. That's crazy. I didn't know that you were doing SVG so that they're on chain.
No, the unfortunately the UI part will not be on chain. So
Okay.
because it would be it
Oh,
will
I
be
feel
too
you.
expensive.
Yeah. That's
But
cool
only
though.
the UI. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like it's still on chain, but it's like the UI is what's gonna produce the actual image. So you won't be able to see your image on chain. But that's that that's really innovative in a way because it still keeps that first principle feeling. Like you still got your whole these are called also ERC 721s. If you really want to get deep in NFTs, you got to go out and do your research, man. You can't get caught slipping buying JPEGs and not really understand what you're and I don't want to say investing, but you're putting your stuff towards, right? So make sure you do your research. Go out and look up ERC 721s, and that's going to help you understand a lot of this. And again, Roz, it's cool that you did the wrap. So my question for this one is you're saying that when I wrap my XeNFT, I can wait until the end to burn it or collect it. So essentially, does that mean that there will be people exiting out of DBxeNFTs as well, because there'll be people with Zen ending, and then they'll probably opt out to not be in there anymore, and then that's going to help. Like it's like the same idea, right? Like the less people in the pool, the more daily rewards you can get because there's less people there. So is that something you guys were thinking about within the game theory, or do you feel like that's just going to be organic?
No. So one small amendment here. So once you wrap the XeNFT into your DBxeNFT, you need to wait until it's matured.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot unwrap it, the XeNFT per se.
Until
what you can do is to wait until it is matured, and then you have two options. One is to claim it, and once you claim it, you lose your position into the reward pool, meaning that your position is given by an attribute that is called power. Okay, the power is given exactly like you receive DXN now in DBxEN, meaning that you come with your xeNFTs based on how much Xen your xeNFT holds. You enter a competition, and depending on how many people participate in that daily auction, you will get a power. The power is fixed every day. The only difference between DBxeNFTs and DBxEN is the fact that the power increases every day with 0.2% instead of with 1%, sorry, instead of decreasing by 0.2%. This is the only difference.
Okay.
So basically gives you a percentage from the total power, and based on that percentage, you get the native coins.
Oh, Raj, you still there? You would hold on. Yeah, you froze.
Yes.
Yeah, you
I was
froze up.
waiting to see if you understand.
Yeah, you froze up. I'm sorry. You were saying though that you stopped at once you unwrap the power, you lose the power, and then you were saying you finished right there. Like what happens after you unwrap?
Okay, so
Yeah.
no, so again, you cannot unwrap your xeNFT.
Okay.
Once you've wrapped your xeNFT and you've minted the DBxeNFT, your xeNFT is inside the DBxeNFT. You cannot unwrap it. But at the end of the period, when your xeNFT is matured and you can claim your Xen, you can opt to claim the Xen, and then you lose all your power. So basically, you get the you remain which has the minimum power, or you can choose not to claim it, which means that the entire Xen amount will go into the penalty areas. so you cannot burn it. It just enters into the penalty area.
Damn.
But you keep your power in your DBxeNFT.
Wow. Oh, hey, what?
Basically, what this means.
That's tight. Okay, now we get it. Yeah, the Wi-Fi kept trying to mess it up, man. It was like the internet was like, this information can't get out. But we heard it that time. So thank you for yeah, dude. Okay, so penalties on the rise, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So basically, this either helps the Xen ecosystem, meaning that there will be penalty Xen that never reaches the daylight, which means that the inflation is still under control, or it helps the DBxeNFTs ecosystem, meaning that if someone claims their Xen, it creates deflation in terms of power. So the others that have DBxeNFTs will have a better percentage in the reward pool every day.
And it still helps the Zen ecosystem, because now instead of that Zen going to the penalties area, it's going to go towards the burn record. So then that player is still going to get some sort of allocation of whoever wants to use that burn record, whether it's X1 chain or if someone else goes, hey, I'm going to throw some bones to people burning Zen on DBxeNFTs because they can see it when you go to claim it. That's actually really cool game theory. I guess my brain just didn't put that together when I was reading the light paper.
Yeah, I see a lot of people confusing, but I think that nobody actually analyzed until the end, because we are still at the beginning. So we just want to understand how we wrap xeNFTs and what do we get in return. So we nobody paid attention what happens when your xeNFT is actually matured.
Yeah, you know, another confusing thing, at least for me that was confusing, was the concept of unwrapping. But you just put it really good in layman's terms. It's not unwrapping. You're actually at the point of wrapping, transforming your xeNFT into a DBxeNFT. And then the properties of that Zen are going to be basically regulated by that DBxeNFT. And that DBxeNFT is not letting that Zen come out of that thing. So I didn't think of it that way. I was thinking someone was actually going to get their xeNFT back, and then they were going to have to go and do something with the Zen on their own. So that's why I was like, man, I don't know. Will that Zen be burned? Will that Zen end up on the DEX and be sold? If they don't want to, they just wanted their rewards. So now I see the full picture here. This is really something that's plugged into Zen to continue, the whole concept of even including the ERC 721s, which is the xeNFT. No one else has included that one. And I kind of think of this as a cool way to, we said this once in the spaces. We're like, how do you really make, this is hopium. So don't take this as truth or whatnot. We're just having fun talking right now. So I was thinking of like collateral and like a credit system, and the way that like DBxeNFTs kind of is expressing on top of us creating into the future. Because now maybe today your xeNFT isn't as valuable, right? Because it's more valuable in the future. So now like DBxeNFTs in a sense is something to look forward to. If you haven't actually created any Zen yet, it's like, hey, in 400 days from now, or I should say 300 days, maybe 200 if your hands are itchy and you're like, I gotta play. But the longer you wait to wrap your xeNFT, the more power you get. So it's not about running in and doing it instantly. The longer and older the xeNFT is, the more power it's gonna hold. So again, another thing to swerve on is, it's not like you're going to go and make a 5-day mint and then dunk on someone who's throwing in a 200-day mint, right? You're going to need time still to be part of this fair distribution of power. Damn, actually, that's kind of crazy. I didn't think of it that way. Razvan, this is a fair distribution of a power pool. When you really put it into perspective.
And on top of that, if... so you also have the protocol fee, and you get a discount if your xeNFT actually is older. So if you pass the at least half of the minting period from the next day you get a discount. I don't remember right now the percentage, but it can go up to 50% if you are around 1 or 2 weeks before it is matured. So yes, because a lot of people ask me, why would people not just mint some xeNFTs short term and participate? It is a strategy. I don't say it's not, but why would you do that? Why wouldn't you actually use your oldest Xenturion, for example, because you have the most Xen possible in it at that moment, and you also get a discount on the protocol fee?
Boom. Yeah,
So
that's the one right there, because that's what I was thinking. The threshold of fairness would be a Zentarion that is like the whatever Zentarions are the closest yet farthest away from the day that DBXEN starts. Those should be the hottest Zentarions on OpenSea, because those I mean, I don't know the math on it right now. Like, unfortunately I'm not a mathematician, but I do understand algebra. And what I'm thinking right now from this variables idea is that at some point in time there are some Zentarions out there that are going to get the most power because they're far enough out, yet everyone that's putting in theirs isn't as much of abundance of Zen. Because that's another key factor, and why we're using the term Zentarions is, yeah, you can make like one of those rubies or those, those sapphires, but unfortunately those ones won't have the maximum amount of Zen possible. And everybody running with Zentarions, unfortunately, if you didn't know, yes, the person right next to you has as much Zen as you have. Due to a fair launch, there's no way for you to get more than the next person. You got to mint further and mint longer in order to get more, and there's always going to be someone right next to you, unless, you're the only person on planet Earth, which I doubt. Yeah, man, this game theory is looking really dope, and I can see how, like, now we're talking about Zentarion, so we're running away from the smaller guy, right? The person with 2 VMUs, the person with 5 VMUs. So that's where DXN comes into play, right?
Not yet, because before touching on DXN, because it's a very important element in the ecosystem. But you know what's funny? I think that from a strategic perspective, so whoever wants to be involved in the game on the long run, they should actually have prepared or be prepared to have some smaller xeNFTs, because let's not forget that the power will be given every 24 hours, and the way it is distributed is like in the DBXEN, meaning that if in the first day everyone burns their Xenturions, and the next day I am the only one participating with, I don't know, a short-term xeNFT that has barely no Xen there.
Mm-hmm.
However, I get all the power in the pool. So in principle, I will have a DBXEN NFT that is much more powerful than whatever the guys that entered in the first lobby got, even though I didn't use a Xenturion.
Yep. It's healthy distribution of the power, because unfortunately the other people were just on a day where the glass was extremely full, and they could have waited one extra day for that glass to be maybe at 3/4. That's kind of like the lobby right now, guys. In case you didn't know, it's kind of like 3/4 to the bottom. If you put your eye on it, you could totally see that lobby is scrubbing the ground, as some would say in the DJ world. So that I didn't. Yeah, the power. So is power unlimited, or is power like is there some sort of supply cap on power, or how does?
So it will be an unlimited power. Actually, it is limited by the total number of xeNFTs that can be minted in total. So, or in the future. So as long as people will mint xeNFTs, they can wrap it and get DBxeNFTs.
You know what's crazy about that, man? That really means like if you believe in the Zen ecosystem, essentially you could make a Zentarion, and if you're already saying, "Bro, I'm gonna burn this thing anyways," you could essentially just wrap it and let it rock for 400 days, gathering whatever's going on within in the ecosystem. And I mean that's again like I was not necessarily hating on it. I was just being very critical. I saw how many NFTs were available on OpenSea between now and December. And there's only around like 3,000. It's 3.7 thousand. So there isn't that many that are available and created yet. That's why I was curious to be like, yeah. When you look at the grand scheme of things, there's a total of 43,000 NFTs that are created. So we're like in the beginning stages. Everyone like I guess, do your research. If you don't understand the Zen ecosystem and you're trying to get into DB's NFTs, again, I really do recommend looking at the vanilla protocol, which is just DBXEN.org. The very first tab you can do, burn liquid Zen and get some DXN, and just kind of understand that. Because then that's going to bring you to the next level, which is DB's NFTs, because that is where I see a lot of, I guess you can say, future activity. I saw it in DBXEN, but now with the way that you're explaining this, if you are committed to like burning the Zen, because that's your goal anyways, why not just get some extra fees? It's gonna sit like it's like staking XeNFTs, XeNFTs, or DBxeNFTs. I don't really know how to explain this, but like, yeah, you're essentially staking your XeNFT. Like what? But we still haven't talked about like DXN and its like involvement within it. So every day or at some point power will start to go down, and then that's when we're gonna have basically how much like or where's the real competition here when it comes to power going down?
So the power will just go up and up because it will be an inflation of power until people start to claim their Xen from the Xen NFTs if they choose to. And because of this, if I mint a DBxEN NFT and I have let's say 1,000 power out of a pool of 10,000, now I know that next day there will be another 10,000 power that is allocated, and it will be distributed to others. What I can do is go and get some DXN either from the market, either to unstake it from my stake in DBXEN, and power up the DBXEN NFT. What this means is that there will be another smart contract that allows people to stake their DXN and associate it with a DBXEN NFT. And the stake here will give an extra power. So if I have 1,000 power, every DXN will get me 1% more of that power. So let's say I stake 100 DXN. So I get, instead of 1,000 power, I will get 2,000 power. And this will be my position into the lobby.
Okay. Yeah. My guy Thad, he just brought up a good question. He said, so what happens to the DXN if on the DB's NFT if you claim it or if you don't claim it, since you're going to have to add the DXN, since you have to add the DXN to the DB's NFT, what happens to it at the end of your cycle, or like at the end of your wrap, or at the the end of the claim?
You can claim them out. You can keep them there if you want, because your DBXEN NFT will still have the minimum power, which is 1. But look, the competition here, and what I foresee that it will happen. So some people will try to get the DBXEN NFT that, or to mint the DBXEN NFT that has the biggest power in a certain moment. Then this guy or the guys or girls will try to sell it on OpenSea, because whoever is a whale in DXN, for example, they will try to buy that DBXEN NFT so that they can stake their DXN on top of that power, because it just makes sense. It's one thing to 100 DXN on a DBxeNFT that has a power of 10,000, and another thing on a minimum power, which is 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So yeah. So you're okay. So
So
a whale
what
basically is
people
gonna.
will do at the end,
Mm-hmm. Well, I was gonna say what I'm understanding right now is when I put up my DBxeNFT on OpenSea, the the DXN that's attached to it is gonna be also sold with the DBxeNFT. Is that what you're saying? Okay. So then
yes,
so there's gonna be
yes,
people looking for DXN on OpenSea for individuals who are like, hey, I don't want to own this anymore. I'd rather just sell it. So they sell the DXN and the DBxeNFT to the person that wants it, and then that person could stake more DXN on top of that DXN, and essentially, yeah. Now they could because what I recall from one conversation we had was you're saying it's not that the DXN is staked to the DBxeNFT, it's that it's staked in a pool that everyone has not necessarily access to, but like if you do decide to exchange hands and trade your DXN, it's not like you're trading it on the DBxeNFT. You're trading your position of DXN inside of the pool that is the DBxeNFT pool. Is that correct? Did I say that right?
yes, with what caveat here. So I was also, you are absolutely right, meaning that I can choose to sell my DBxeNFT with my DXN already staked in it, and even with my native coin that was unclaimed at the time of selling it. So
Oh,
I
damn.
need to, yeah. So basically, whoever holds the DBxeNFT, they have access to the unclaimed native coins and to the stake DXN. But what I was also referring to is that there will be people that can get very lucky, and for a small amount or with a small XenNFT, they can get a DBxeNFT that has a huge power, and they can sell that because there will be a lot of other people, especially the ones that have a lot of DXN, that will try to buy it, and they will be willing to pay quite a lot for it because they will be eager to stake their DXN on a DBxeNFT that has the biggest power, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, every day there's always going to be someone that's going to be able to have the most power. It's just like the lobby right now. There's always going to be someone who has, there's always someone who has 7 billion for some reason. I'm like, where is this person getting the 7 billion? I see that they're buying the 7 billion Zen, burning it every single day. But like it's like, into your point, right? You were crazy to think that someone would buy 7 billion Zen to just burn it every day to stay number one champion of the lobby. Shout outs to that guy or girl. We don't know what it is, but they're crushing it. And I see what you mean from that human behavior I've already experienced within the first lobby. There's always going to be some people at the top that want to make sure they can kind of keep control of what's going on. And what I mean by that is they're going to make it. You're not going to make it. They're going to make that DBxeNFT, and then they're going to be the ones that offer it out, giving someone an opportunity to kind of snag that power. And maybe you don't need to do the work. That's something that I've learned in DBxEN, vanilla lobby. Maybe you don't need to really do the work. Maybe you can just wait for those coins to hit the decks. And then if you're a smaller fish, you can find yourself collecting DXN and staking it and getting those rewards. And that's why I also, again, man, it feels like DBxeNFTs is really lowering the barrier of interaction with the Xenian. Because now, we got, lower the barrier of entry, but once you create a XeNFT, like, what are you supposed to do with it? Like, what are the interactions with the XeNFT that you're going to actually do besides just look at it, right? So DBxeNFTs, again, is kind of addressing that issue of just holding and it burning in your wallet doing nothing. I wonder if there's going to be some people that put their NFT or their XeNFT up now that, I think there's only 16 available. Last time I checked OpenSea, there was only 16 XeNFTs available for the next 5 months. So technically, if you are a Xenian, this is 100% your game, because if you've created a XeNFT already, you're in the mix. And if someone that doesn't have anything wants to get in the mix,
Yeah.
there's only 16 of them for them to grab right now. And those things are overpriced in my opinion, because I'm a minter. But unfortunately, that's all they can get, right?
Yeah. And if everything goes as planned, just imagine that what will happen for the XEN ecosystem is the following. Some of the people will unstake some DXN because they want to stake it into this new protocol, because they hope that the native coin that the native coin, the daily native coin that will be dripped into this new protocol, it will be bigger than on the original DBxEN NFT
Mm-hmm.
protocol, DBxEN protocol. Sorry. So this will actually make us burn more XEN on the original protocol, because we will see an increased value of the XN, and the increased value comes even if the burn rate remains the same as the current one, which
Mm-hmm.
is not enormous. It's around 20 billion XN per
Which
day.
is still
It
crazy, dude.
accumulates around 8 ETH per day in the protocol pool. This means that all these 8 ETH are distributed to the 1 million DXN that is currently staked into the protocol. Now, imagine if instead of 1 million, there will be only 500,000.
Yeah, damn. Nah,
No,
that's dude. That's kind of, and I mean, I've been analyzing this. So like, look at all my videos if you're watching this now. We've been in the shits with DBxEN, and what I've realized is the thing about DBxEN, that's the vanilla lobby. That's kind of a mind trick. I don't think people really put an analyzation on. Is that it's based on the weight of the burned Zen. So that's why the whales, there can only be 5, to be honest. After you get, like if everyone's burning 7 billion, the amount of dilution that's going to happen to those wallets is they're going to only get 1,000 each, right? And like and then everyone below them. And then that's the other crazy part about DBxEN that I've analyzed is the 2.5 million burners, right? The base burners, I like to call them. They're not in abundance yet. So that's something I've been waiting to see. I want to see 20 people burning 2.5 million, right? That's going to be a mind-blowing moment for DXN, including, then you can start doing your ladders. Like, well, are there a group of 10 million burners? Are there a group of 20 million burners? What about the 100 million burners? Where are you guys at, And that competition in the lobby is what makes it so fair to me, because I thought it was going to go to $1.62, and I still got it on my, you guys know I got it on my radar, just in case, right? And that's science, or that's computer science at that point, because slippage is so high at that price because of how low of supply DXN has. And again, this is what's fun about DXN's distribution model is you're not actually fighting a human, you're fighting math. And that math is designed to bring you to like almost like a funnel point where it's like the Spider-Man meme. Everyone's looking at each other, pointing like, hey, who's going to burn or who's going to push the price, because at that point it's like, well, are we burning for a loss or for a gain? I can't wait for it, bro. I know it's like around the corner from how squeezed it's getting in the metric. And it's kind of surprising how fast it's happening too. I feel like a lot of cryptos, they take like 2 to 3 years before you start to see supply squeeze due to all of the FUD and meme-ish activities. But DXN, it's like almost built so that it gets the supply and demand out, so the memes can come later or whatever can come later. It's kind of it's a very reversed concept of creation of distribution. Again, most people create the coins and give them out and wait for everyone to just lose their wallets. Not in DBxEN. Now we're getting to a point where it's like, hey, who's staking on the DBxeNFTs? Who's staking in the lobby? Who's participating in the lobby? Is there even opportunity anymore? I actually scooped that opportunity when there was 3 ETH in the lobby, dude. I put I think it was like 20 million into Zen, or I put 20 million Zen in because I minted it, and then I came out ahead. And it was on the 3. I was watching every single day, and I was like, yeah, if it can get down to around 3 ETH and no one's looking at it, that's a sniper day. And it hasn't been back down there since. So to your point, it seems to have, it has this heartbeat around 7 to 8 ETH a day because of, unfortunately, people have to stay up with the cycle if they believe in DXN. I mean, wow, what an unfortunate event. You have to stay up with the cycle of something really good down the road. But it's cool to see this happening. And again, it's a low finite supply of coins. So it's not like anyone, again, it goes back to Zen. You need a time machine if you want to go and get more DXN than what's available today. Same with the DBxeNFTs, same with xeNFT, anything in Zen ecosystem. The only way to get more is to literally get a time machine. And I don't know anyone who has the quantum time machine just yet. Maybe Razvan will introduce me to someone that has one. Maybe you know someone over in Romania that's got a time machine.
Not yet. Not working yet. On it.
Okay, let me know though, man. I gotta be the first to know, bro. It looks like the chat is popping. It seems like everyone's really, really happy, and they think it's going to be a bullish event now that we've got this explanation. So, hey, I mean, do you have anything else you want to say, dude? Or anybody got any questions for Razvan? Let's see here. Oh, it looks like the homie.
Before that.
I was going to shout out the chat real quick because Doshland, he put up another membership. He's always giving them away for free. So if you are trying to get that hourglass, click that green banner and get yourself hooked up to the Bruh Club. Let's go. But what was you saying, bro? Sorry. Quick sponsor that.
Yeah, one thing that I've observed, and probably you've observed, but I would like to outline it. So if you look, especially on ETH, on the other chains, DBxEN actually behaves different on every chain. Look at Avalanche compared to Ethereum and compared to Polygon. However, on ETH, what I am observing is the following. So somehow DBxEN actually corrected the distribution of Xen, meaning that a lot of Xen whales actually burned a lot of their Xen on DBxEN at the beginning. And even like you said, nowadays we see people burning 7 to 10 billion Xen. If you recall, at the beginning, there were a lot of max burners, meaning that they were burning 10,000 batches of 2.5 million Xen.
Yeah.
Now, I think that, it's a better distribution of Xen because they actually throw their Xen is on the XN for sure. But now they will also get a bit diluted on DXN because they will need to play also the DBxeNFTs protocol,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if I look in the future, I think you are right. We will see a huge number of minters, but with smaller amounts of batches.
Yeah.
This is my prediction.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's kind of why also I guess we can throw this in too, which is pretty fun, dude. Shout outs to you for making that partnership with the vampires and kind of starting to get DXN into the ears, into the eyes of Web3 gaming. I know that that's something that's a passion point for you, as well as on top of all the other business ventures that you've thrown at us today. You're also interested in the Web3 gaming space. And yeah, you guys should go check out DXN Twitter or Razvan on Twitter. I have his Twitter posted here right now. Go search him up on Twitter from the stream, and then check out the information about this partnership. But yeah, the partnership that you've done, what kind of, because like, I'm gonna keep it real. That is what I see as a 2.5 million burner. That partnership, to me, speaks to bringing in the smaller burner class because they don't need to know about what we got going on. And I'm just winking at all the Zenians that we got some shit going on. But with the vampires, I see that as like how you start to increase those numbers of smaller burners. Because that's the part of the Xenian, right? The Xenian says, hey, Zen is valuable to me. You know, like I know I'll get more value for it in the future than if I were to, you know, do something in the present. And I feel like that's something that's challenging to the lobby, is really getting someone to even burn 2.5 million, right? Like it took a 3-day lobby for me to finally release some Zen in a long time, to burn. And the was that, is that kind of like the vision behind your partnerships, is to kind of onboard a crowd outside of Zen, and like embrace that idea of they're not what we are, but we want what they have, so that we both can elevate, you know, two worlds, right? Two worlds combined, you got a multiverse, versus one world, couple humans, nothing really, we're just trading back and forth. So that's kind of what I was getting from it. But is that the kind of the leads behind the Web3 thing, or are you just like so passionate about Web3 that you gotta get your hand in the cookie jar?
No, you are 100% right. So the partnership with WAM, and we are preparing another partnership with another company, is because we want to bring Zen and the Zen ecosystem forward to new audience. And for example, in case of WAM, they have 500,000 users on their platform. So 500,000 people will hear about Zen and DXN. Now, out of them, I cannot predict how many will actually be curious enough to come on Xen.network or come on DBXEN.org and start interacting. But I hope that a few of them will, because they will spread the word, and in this way, basically, we will increase our community. And we need more people in the community. I would like to have a community with a couple of millions at least by the end of this year. But we will see. We will see.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, you are right. There's a egocentric reason as well, because we like technology. We are active in the gaming industry in Web3. You all know that one of my companies actually work for Animoca Brands, which is the biggest game producer in the Web3 landscape. We are learning a lot. There's a lot of potential there, a lot of economical energy. Most of the people in the game world are still in the Web 2. They are only hearing about NFTs and tokens and crypto as we speak. And why not allow them to hear about fair crypto principles from the start, so that they can have a chance not to get as wrecked as
Facts, dude.
both of us with
You got to lead them to the right place, man.
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm
So yeah,
interpreting
this is
it
why
too.
we signed with Web.
Oh, yeah, I was saying that's just kind of how I'm interpreting it too. So I'm glad that I'm glad that we are on the same wavelength due to this like thing called Zen, right? Like, I mean, it's like when I found DBxEN, I didn't think I would believe in it as much that I do now, you know? But like now, I feel like it has this just organic presence that makes me as like a Xenian be like, yo, that coin though, that's my like real compound token. That one is different. So knowing that it can be shared to others is cool as well, because now again, if they're getting a piece of DXN, they are getting a piece of Zen, because once they discover the chain of events, right? You get a DXN token, or you have to use it for something outside of our world. Now you're going to be like, well, where do I get this from? And then they get to learn the mission that we just said. All of the shit we just said, they get to go and learn it. They get to learn why you created it, why it needs to be destroyed, why you get benefits from destroying it faster than the next person. That all that stuff is good for, again, to our conversation, onboarding someone new who has no clue what crypto is, but they know that they need it for something. Right. I mean, that's where we're headed towards, especially. I mean, all I do is play Call of Duty. So, I buy COD coins. But I don't know if they're ever gonna switch over to blockchain, but I'm sure there's other cooler games than just the platform in which I play mainstream games on. So I'm happy that's in a sense you're extending Zen into the gaming field without actually saying I'm extending Zen into the gaming field. Yeah, and real quick, looks like we got some questions. I have Emperor who's asking if you can touch on Pulse Chain and if you have any updates on Pulse Chain DBXEN and DBxeNFTs.
Yeah, so I already announced a couple of times that we will launch DBXEN and DBxeNFTs on Pulse Chain somewhere in October, and I've promised to have an official announcement after we deploy DBxeNFTs on all the chains. It will be in October for sure. Now, if we still need to wait and see what will happen with Pulse Chain, given the last events, but I really hope that we're all gonna make it.
Yeah, what would be cool? This is just me just talking on my ass, dude. So don't take it as if you need to do it, okay? But it'd be cool to see like a dashboard with all this DBXEN blockchains to kind of together. What's crazy though is each DBXEN teaches you about that chain. Like I learned so much about Avalanche getting involved in DBXEN because it didn't work like Ethereum, and I was like, I got to understand now like why this won't be like ETH, but then Polygon is so close to ETH. So another just organic experiment that you did release DBXEN on Polygon before Ethereum, and yet in this far into the game they're still the most relevant in gas wars, and Polygon one is actually hidden. What I always like to shout out to my homie, but I gave one of my friends who's into crypto, like I brought him in. Unfortunately, I might have brought him in a little bit too deep. He got him, I got him involved in everything I'm involved in. So I tried to get him involved in DXN, but he just could not understand it. And I think it was the idea of burning Sen. Like he knows that he needs to mint it, but he doesn't know he needs to burn it yet. So what I did was I gifted him my Polygon tokens because I'm all over the place in DXN. And now I tapped in with him a couple days ago, and he told me he pulled out some of the Matic that I was just like, dude, just stake it and just forget about it. Come back to it in like 2 months and let's see what happens. He went out and he bought like some dinner and some food, and he finally got to understand. Like me and him were talking, he finally understood. Like, oh my God, I could get this all the time. And I'm like, yeah, man. Like now, if you look into it, you'll see why it's something. Again, to the title, Unlimited Drip. Because to our conversation, people are going to be competing for this token every day for 62 years. And now it just took my friend about 2 months of staking to finally get it. But I think that's like the next part of this experiment as well, is really getting people to stake and forget. Like stake and come back. Like a lot of the Xenians are probably still connected to the idea that 100 ETH is going in every day. We're like scarred right now from the idea that there was a ton of ETH just coming in every day, and now it's not as much. But that's the reality, in my opinion, of our community. We're not really large until our conversation. There's just people who don't know yet. Like there's even people in crypto who don't know that this exists. And yeah, I mean, I hope you keep channeling that entrepreneur innovator energy, bro, and keep giving us some super sick products. Because yeah, today we kind of we threw it all together. My guy Tree City West, he got a question too here. He says, do you feel any competition from Zen Garbage Dump? Are they collaborating? Question mark.
No, so they are not collaborating with us, or they didn't yet reached out. I think competition is good. I wouldn't say that I'm afraid. What I would say is that holds XEN and then decides to burn for either one product or the other should understand that the economic energy will split a bit, so it will divide. And I would encourage everyone to develop vertically instead of horizontally at this moment until we have more people in the ecosystem. This is my feeling. So
Yeah, man. I like that
look
too, though.
what happened with all these coins. So we have now a lot of pools, but with small chunks of value. Just imagine if you put everything back together, DBXEN, Vampex, um, I don't know, Phoenix, and so on and so forth. We have a market cap of around 40, $50 million in this bear market. But
That's
because
crazy. I didn't even think of that, man.
it's so spread around, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way you said that. My favorite rapper, Nipsey Hussle, he also said you should integrate yourself horizontally, and vertically comes later on after you've reached the top of your horizon if you think you're there. And I like that response, man. That's definitely why, at least for me, my integration horizontally, it does start with Zen, and the next thing in the next step of my Zen world is definitely looking for some sort of vehicle to do exactly what it's made to do, which is take that element and blow it up. So unfortunately for those that want to be in that number 2, that is DXN in my opinion. You can check out the streams, and I do a lot of analyzation on why DXN is just like Zen, but with a higher barrier of entry. So Zen lowers the barrier, but DXN increases it with a smaller amount of tokens that actually helps the ecosystem. And that's why you have a small amount. Maybe you're used to having quadruples of coins, trillions and zillions of coins. DXN world, you're probably only going to have around 50, and you're going to be baller status. You're not going to have like a billion different coins, and that's something too I think a lot of Zenians are kind of, they're still getting their eyes tweaked down. They haven't seen too many coins that don't have a lot of zeros. DXN being one of those. But I really like that response, bro. Keep going horizontally. Let's see if I have another question here. Some people, they want to know if you have any sorts of opinions about the gas situation on other blockchains outside of Ethereum. So, it's very rare on Ethereum, but on other chains, people can kind of manipulate the gas. So there are some community members that are, skeptical of using DXN on certain platforms, certain blockchains, because of the gas discrepancy that they don't really have the advantage on. I mean, for me personally, just so I can disclose myself, I've always thought that you can't control the environment in which you release on. Like, unless you control ETH and Avalanche, you really can't control it. So DXN did expose, so did Zen, exposed a lot of these blockchains on how people can tamper with gas, within their own, right? It's not the programs, it's not the dApps, but it is the blockchain itself. But Roz, do you have any sorts of responses or advice for, I see this a lot. A lot of people are kind of like skeptical about the gas. Mm-hmm. Do you see that as an advantage or?
Well, I would say that it's good that they spotted this, and the next step for them is to figure out how to do the same thing, because indeed, like you said, it's not in our power. So the contract is deployed there, the code is immutable. Now how the underlying infrastructure behaves, it's the problem of those developers that created and operate the blockchains. My opinion is that we do need EVM compatible blockchain that is fully decentralized, fairly launched, and better than the other ones,
Yeah, that's kind of
which can be an Ethereum-like, but fair launched.
yeah. You know what's funny about it? The whole thing though, I've realized ever since Zen has come into existence, Binance Chain no longer shows 5 GUI. It makes me laugh so
No,
much.
special.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, did the Zen community really rattle the cage of the low gas to the point where every chain now is like, okay, yeah, we'll just give it out that you can adjust gas and we'll just roll it down a little bit to give everybody an advantage. But yeah, that this is I think a great learning experience for anybody in the crypto industry. It's like, well, do you, where is the line in the blockchain, right? It's like who gets the most, or if I have more, I get less, And again, then in my opinion, it goes back to Bitcoin, because then it's like, all right, if you're really fighting gas and infrastructure and you hate it, you might be better off on Bitcoin, because yeah, you could wait 10 days for a fair gas price, but it'll be 10 days worth of transaction, right? Versus that 30 seconds of, dealing with someone else, pushing your transaction in 30 seconds. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm glad that you have a little bit of awareness of the situation. I mean, I've already exposed it on Avalanche and Binance Chain. I've shown the community how they can do it as well if you want. It's a free game for everybody. But on Ethereum, it is much harder. And this is why the Ethereum DBXEN, in my opinion, is where you should maybe, draw your attention to, especially with DBxeNFTs coming out. That is probably going to be more heavily centered around Ethereum. I have looked at Polygon and I've looked at Binance on OpenSea. There's a lot more for sale. That's going to actually be a really good one to see though too, man. We're going to be able to see, like, we could use like Polygon and Binance Chain for the idea of like abundance, what it looks like to have an abundance of DBxeNFTs. And I wonder if it's going to shock those markets and kind of drive some more traffic on those other blockchains, because OpenSea's on Polygon, Binance Chain, and Avalanche. So those 3 chains for sure will have a different audience that's going to be able to participate. And those also too, those are the top 3 chains for cost of production for the Zen out there that are looking to burn Zen for XEN tokens. Again, it's going to be horizontally based on Ethereum. So ETH being the most valuable Zen token, then the cost of production into Binance Chain, Avalanche, Pulse Chain, and then Polygon. So those are your 3 chains, or the 4 to 5. I can't even count anymore. The 5 chains you probably want to rock with if you're super duper concerned about your next steps when it comes to gas. But man, we've been rapping for like almost an hour 30, and I think we got the gist of DBxeNFTs. Is there anything you want to leave the crowd with before we sign out of here?
Just to ask for a bit of more patience. We are still waiting for CertiK to finalize the audit. Until now, we got no bad signs. So they say they are happy with what they are seeing, but it's quite complex. There are a lot of routines that need to be carefully analyzed, and I insisted to make sure that they do their best, because there will be a lot of assets that will be sitting in this smart contract.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to make sure that we do our best to protect those assets, because it's at the end of the day, it's people's money. Even though it's trustless code, we need to make sure. So I really hope that we can launch as soon as possible, and we'll launch it on Polygon first so that we can test it before going on ETH. But I cannot say for sure when. I received this question a lot of times. As soon as we get the audit, we will go live.
Hey, we're waiting, and I think after this stream, because like again, this is kind of like a back and forth between me and you, and just kind of driving the subject through, unlike a Twitter Spaces where you got a lot of different opinions that kind of break through the examples. So today I even got a better understanding of DBxeNFTs. So thank you for really dropping the knowledge bomb there, because now I think I'm ready, intuitive wise. My intuitive spidey sense is going off right now, so I know intuitively I'm going to be ready for this. So I don't care how long it takes to come to market now. So again, thank you for clarifying, and take your time, dog. I think the longer it takes to come out, again, this is a good for those that maybe have like me, like I got xeNFTs ending in September. So I'm not in a rush, because the closer I could get, the more power I'm gonna get on one of those things. But yeah, like that's another thing for the Xenian out there. This is a cool information so that you can prepare yourself. It's fair game for everybody. But you just need the xeNFTs, baby. But yeah, man. Thanks again. Here, I'm gonna show my cam. Thanks again, bro. On your side of things, it's probably make my stuff all jacked up, but yeah, we've been vibing on the tube. Everyone's hyped.
Great.
All right, bro.
So, thank you for having me here. And once I have the UI ready and we have also deployed on some testnet, maybe we can do another stream and go through the UI before launching on Polygon.
Hell
but
yeah.
We'll discuss this later.
Yeah, okay? Yeah. Let's try to tap in on that when because I know you got IRL events you gotta go, you gotta spin around on a disco ball at your festival in a little bit. So, go and enjoy IRL, bro. And when it's all ready, we'll tap back in. We'll connect through the intraweb, and we'll update the Xenians on the next steps for them to continue their gameplay. All right.
Sounds great.
All right, bro.
Thank you, and have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Peace out, dude. Be safe out there. Hey, shout outs Razvan, man. Let me change my screen to... Shout outs Razvan. Oh, damn. This just says this. Oh, damn. I didn't hit stop recording. Hold up. What's the difference between OpenSea? Okay, that shit's done. So I'm gonna exit out there. So awesome. Oh, damn it. Where'd my screen go? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hey. That was a fun chat, man. I'm excited. I'm actually excited. At first I was like, I don't know, man. But again, I was saying this is cool. I'm glad we get to have this recap real quick, and I'm gonna get the hell up out of here, because it is Wednesday, and I gotta go upgrade my car, man. We need some car upgrades. But yeah, I was feeling like this tower of power right here was accumulation, and where we are today in DXN price, just like after having that conversation with Razvan, again, it's in a zone where who cares, pretty much. With the way the DBxeNFTs are going to roll out, it's self-explanatory at this point. Like, they're developing more ways for you to get these coins off the DEX. And the more coins that leave the DEX, the more ETH that has to enter to get the coins that are there. And yeah, again, the way that today ended, this is something we were talking about, was the way that the lobbies work, right? We do this analyzation here all the time, but just to kind of recap it, the lobbies, we were saying that there's always going to be someone at the top burning way too much. Why? To keep position, right? There's too many people getting close to me, all right? When those people get too close, they come in, they burn a lot of Zen, and then they make all these people cry because they couldn't snipe in time, right? And this is what's driving the lobby to keep it at this, like, well, this probably jumped up a little bit here. We'll refresh it because we don't need the addresses. But yeah, 93% that's still staked up, right? This shit going down. Yeah, 5 million Zen. This was a lot of Zen earlier. Trillions, though. So let's see real quick. DXN. So yeah, 5. Yesterday would have been a good burn day, but only if you had a bunch of Zen. If you didn't have that much Zen, it wasn't that big of a burn day. But again, lobby, I just removed it. This is what is important to pay attention to when you're paying attention to DBXEN. The distribution of this lobby is going to dictate everything after it. And that's why more than likely DBxeNFTs will have, it will be providing a lot of stake pressure on the original lobby, because what we were just talking about was about how many DBXEN or how many xeNFTs are even available for people to try to hop in on this. So it's really for the Xenian and designed for those that come later, or for a Xenian that, like I said, you know for a fact, hey, I'm down. I'm not going to be using this anyways for currency. I'm going to be using it for the future. You can essentially just wrap your xeNFT with extra DXN and just collect fees as we go into the future. But there's only 43,000 of these available. If you go to listed right now, just to see how many are available, listed, there's only 281, right? And then what we've been doing is we've been jamming in the reality, which is the months. And when you go and look at the months, right, we'll do September, October, December, November. Then we'll go here. Again, this is a really good way, really good tool for you to stay within your boundaries. Make sure you're educating yourself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when we look at it here, in the next month, there's only 14 of these available, which does mean there's a good opportunity for you entering that liquidity pool, or excuse me, not liquidity pool, entering the DBxeNFT pool with Zen you're willing to lose. That's basically, we've turned, we've changed the way that we say it. You know, they say don't enter with as more than you're willing to lose. And this one, do not enter with Zen you're willing to not lose. Like if you want to lose the Zen, aka burn it, aka send it to a penalty so you can keep the power level of that DBxeNFT. Right, claiming is burning it. Not claiming is penalty, and that's pretty cool. I was waiting for penalties to go up. Oh shit. Let's look at the penalties right now. Yes, sir. ADZ added himself into the membership club, bro. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming through. Let's talk crypto. Again, just like how I was talking with Razvan just now, they're probably for those that are in that higher tier of membership, you'll probably be able to get into some more exclusive talks with people in the Zen ecosystem that I get to fortunately be like, yo, this is sick. I know this dude. Yeah, what's up? Welcome. Click the green banner. Yo, thanks for coming to the stream, guys. Smoke weed every day. Facts. Man, Zen is looking crazy right now. I haven't even talked about it because we were just streaming with the DBxeNFT founder. Still burning like crazy. But what I want to show here, oh, the penalties. So this is what Razvan is trying to attack, low key. This penalty zone. You see, the green ain't there. When DBxeNFTs come out, we could see this penalty area going crazy because people want to keep their power. And if not, then the burn is going to go crazy because people are going to burn their Zen so they can get the credit for XEN token, right? So these two things are getting ready to increase just based on DBxeNFT. That's pretty bullish for the ecosystem. Another thing we're going to be looking at is this right here. I mean, this includes so many vanilla wallets. It doesn't actually include the xeNFTs, so it's a little bit harder to justify. Let's see what their xeNFTs are, if there's even like a thing here. Nah, that's cool though. When it comes, it comes. Oh, here we go. Damn, $62 million worth of value in xeNFTs. Oh, damn, they already had it all right here. I should have just fucked with Zen Turbo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got the Zen. Oh, that's cool. So they got your stats right here. This is little stats. So 73 total estimated Zen coming up out of here. But again, a lot of this is probably going to end up in DBxeNFTs because of this Zenterions. What basically you'll see there's no Zenterions available right now. You know, like no one hit a max mint Zenterion in the beginning of xeNFTs. So we probably won't see those ones popping up for a while. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and let's clear all these traits. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to category and we'll do, we're going to go to class and we're going to go to Zenterion. So status listed 114. So there's 114 Zenterions that are currently available. They seem to be all, some of them aren't max mint. So you got to pay attention to that too. That's the VMU count. Right, the VMU count 128. That's the baller ones, baller status. And this is what we were talking about too. There's going to be a moment in time, and the ones that are probably more expensive. Damn, nobody got EAA for sale? That's crazy. Yeah, none of these have EAA. But again, this might be what they're trying to do is make a market for those that want to mine Zenterions. So now that their Zenterion does exist, right, you can essentially figure out what is the best Zenterion for me. And the closer you are to the day, the more power you're going to get in that DBxENFT. And then you're going to have to send that shit to the penalty if you want to rock. So let's look at it real fast. We'll go year. We'll go 2023. Damn, man. Ain't nobody selling those Zenterions for 23. Y'all tripping. This is free game right now. But so, yeah, that's what... See, this is why it's going to be bullish, because all of the more Zen you're putting in, right? So a Zenterion is going to it's going to be just like DBxENFTs or DBxEN. So the more Zen you're putting in, the more protocol fee you have to pay, right? So the ETH fees are going to be occurred nicely on DBxENFTs, because now just from looking at this, ain't nobody selling their Zenterion for the year 2023. So that is out the door. They're going to definitely be looking for some arbitrage there. And the way they would do it is by transforming the xeNFT into a DBxENFT, which requires them to pay protocol fee for the transformation. So this is getting crazy, man. Now, let's see what Zenterion can we get? Because we know there ain't none here. So let's go ahead and do January 24. Zenterion, nope. February, nope. March. There we go. So there's one. Oh, never mind. Damn, these people are selling them for stupid 18 ETH. But 1.8 ETH. Wow, 2%. This is the banger right here. So like right now, like if you're playing the game of DBxENFT, right now this is the most valuable one because it's the cheapest one. And we haven't started the game yet. And it has 2% VMU. So you could even wait a little bit on this one if you don't want to do it right now, because it's going to get a lot of Zen. See, now you're going to learn everything about Zen, bro. Oh, God. Are you guys ready for this? Why not a Zunicorn? Because Zunicorns require you to burn that Zunicorn. And then you don't have the Apex no more. So they're not really promoting that, but you can do it if you want. Is this Greenpoint after name part of hardcore membership, bruh? Wait, I don't understand. Redbone, Childish Gambino. I like that song a lot. Also, I like It Feels Like Summer by Childish Gambino. That's a hitter. Oh, you doing Memphis? LOL. My bad. Scorpio Moneybag Yo. Hey, I like Moneybag Yo too. He's fire. That fool got crazy flow. It's crazy flow. But yeah, man. So what we learned today is that DBxEN is going to be on fire. Don't sleep on it. They're going to keep burning, and we're going to keep earning. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be burning. We're going to be earning, and I'm going to be making it today. But price is down. Might get a discount. We're going to see. But DXN is in relationship to Zen. So what we see right now happening in Zen is we had a daily close yesterday, and today we're having a pullback, but we got to see where we close. If we close today, Where is it at? I don't really know. I'm not really focused on the daily. I'm looking at the weekly. So fuck the day. Right now on the weekly, I just want to see us reverse before Sunday and go up and try to close above 9. So if we close above 6 zeros and a 9 by Sunday, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get really nuts. And that's not that far away from where we are today. So we could just get right up here and close and revert and show a true reversal on the weekly, which will be right here at 90.53. We will probably start to step up. And again, there's a lot of variables for Zen to start finding a floor and not doing, and it's already double bottom. Like it already went to 7 to the call back in March. So it's already at a double bottom. I think a lot of people, again, were taking profit these last 2 days because of the Hex situation going on. So I'm not too really worried about that shit. And yeah, trading volume is still good. I actually ended up getting out of the liquidity pool because yesterday kind of scared me. I was like, oh, this might be the moment, and I don't want to get caught losing all my coins. But yeah, you see Zen is catching right now on the hourly. Wow, look at that solid point of resistance. Traders are haters, bro. I was born already, bro. JID got a crazy flow. Yeah, JID. You know what throws me off about JID, though? His hair. His hair is, I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. I'm like, can I trust this type of hairstyle? Is this trustable? Bandana dreads, bro. I don't know, bro. The old Memphis rappers. I love Memphis music, though. Memphis is the shiz. What up, Sixer? Just jumped up in here. You might have to rewind it. I'm just chatting right now. I'm just talking shit to make my stream go to 2 hours. To 2 hours. But yeah, man, Zen looking great. Zen looking good. DXN looking good. Even though they trying to ruin it for us. Let's look at the Zen list. I don't know when people are gonna wake the fuck up. 0.3 ETH for Zenterion, which is cooking 120 days from now. Yeah, I think that's what it was, right? Oh, no. The cheapest Zenterion that I just saw right now is 1.8 ETH. That's the cheapest you're going to get. After that is God level prices. Because this is the one that's going to get the most power because it's the closest one on the market that you can buy. Like if you've made one, yeah, you're tight. But like if you don't got nothing, this is all you can get. Here, we'll throw in another month. April 24. There's a cheaper. Oh, yeah, they're getting cheaper right here. They sleeping right here. If you go to April, this is sleepers. Here's one. 0.5 ETH. So for 9. This is a good one. This is a sniper right here. Sniper gang. If you're watching the channel, I don't know, do your thing. But yeah, that's a good snag. I would do that one. Not financial advice. Sam, they got it for 1.8. So I mean, again, DBxeNFT is now going to be introducing this game theory where it's like, hey, who cares when? Because I'm just going to wrap it anyways. So the cheapest you're going to get. Oh, yeah, so I mean, you could just go and grab these. But I think the EAA ones are a little bit more special, in my opinion. And the cheapest you're going to get EAA with is 0.5. Damn. They got a chokehold on the game. That's not even that bad, though. That's not even that bad. Honestly, you might as well recycle your Zen, sell your Zen and get this shit. And then wrap it. And then have all the power. No one man should have all that power. All right, y'all. Let them dump. We're going to buy up the liquid supply. Straight up. I hope they stay asleep so I can dollar cost average. Hey, they're snoozing over here, bro. People are snoozing so hard on Zen World. It's crazy to me at this point. But it's working, though. That's what's also crazy about Zen World is it's actually working. Everyone is in profit, even on the subchains. I mean, some subchains are not, but if you've minted a shit ton of Zen, you're pulling out whatever the hell the liquidity is offering, or whatever they got over there. They got $1,000, man. You pulling out 300 from that 1,000 with $5 spent or some dumb shit. Yeah, looking at the liquidities, you know, Matic is still ruling. Here, let's look at Matic because Matic is where the product is going to come out first. So DBxeNFTs will be out on Matic, and you can use OpenSea to see everything. What you say, bruh? Hey, Deutschland, if you're going to pick it up, man, gets it. Here, we're going to see over here, though. So class Zenterions. Because all we care about is Zenterions. If you ain't max minting, what you doing? So I'm definitely going to get into the one on Matic because I need some Matic, bro. I ain't got that much. So hopefully I can turn 15 Matic into 100. Just kidding. I might bring over some more. But yeah, let's see how many are available. 100,000 Zenterions. Woo. But how many are listed? Damn, 327. So yeah, expect the game on Matic to go up because people are gonna be going crazy over there. I don't know how much it costs right now to make one Zenterion on Polygon. Let's see. Yeah, no, the subchains are a waste of time. We go on the X1 chain, but hey, there are some people. That's all they got, bro. All they got is Polygon. Like, this is all I got, man. I'll be like, I hear you. I hear you, dog. Oh, this is it. This is all I got. All I can afford is Polygon. Damn, it's so cheap to mint right now on Polygon. One time, I was minting some of these bitches for like 5 Matic. Like, what the freak? I'm stupid. But yeah, look at this. So right now, to mint one of these, 2 Matic. Here, we're going to see how much it really costs. We'll just do 30 seconds. Let's see. I haven't minted one in a long time. But let's see. Yeah, I haven't minted anything over here since. It's been a minute. 500 days. So yeah, 2. Let's see it. How much it costs. Queued. Weird. And the shit's still working. Hurry up. XEN Pulse X. Oh, shots fired. Pew, 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 pew. Shots fired. He said Matic over Pulse Chain. Beat this motherfucker up. I don't even want to talk about the state of Pulse Chain. Jesus Christ. It's a heartbreaker. Hey, it's cooking over here. I gave all my Matic away, all my Matic DXN to the homie. I'm glad. I'm happy for him. He made some money off that shit. I gave that fool a real loan. That's crazy though, man. You could really change somebody's life with DXN low key. If all goes correct, this is gonna change some people's lives. Because getting free drip every day is hard to get, right? It's like now you got another source of income coming from a whole other zone that no one was even thinking about. And that's life-changing stuff, dude. And that's why I got bullish on DXN, because I know it's going to help the ecosystem. And in Zen world, I said it yesterday on Twitter, we ain't worried about price, we worried about supply. So as long as things are going our direction, which is down, it's all good. And as long as developers are building so that we can continue to go down in supply, right? Burning. Let's go. We down. We with it. Right. Yesterday, again, DBXEN holding it down, 25 billion burn. Currently, they had 8 billion. Motherfucker's still burning. Pulse Chain is going to be trash. Oh, man, when DXN drops over there, people going to be running. They're going to be running. They're going to be like, yo, I need that. I need that as soon as possible. Clogging up the chain over there. Damn, what happened to me? Yo, Polygon don't work for me. That's not good. Does it still say queued? Oh, it says pending. What the heck? I guess I should speed it up. Speed it up. I was just trying to see how much it is, because over here you can grab some Zentarions. If they under mint price, it's going to work for you. You can scoop these under mints. But I bet the person is minting them for cheaper. Here, let's see. Let's look at the original. 9 days ago. So they minted it for under. They changed the gas probably. So 43 Gwei. Unless that was the price at the time. I don't know. I got my research deck though. Don't worry. Polygon. I can't get Phantom to work for me anymore. Yeah, I can't get Ethereum POW. OKX still works for me, but it gives me a lot of problems. I'm in the same boat. Some stuff it just can't get it no more. It just don't work. This stuff is never in the 40s. So yeah, either they bought that xeNFT when everything was super duper low and they're cashing out right now on you. But yeah, it looks like it looks, darn it. All right, whatever, man. Fuck it. Maybe this is the cheapest. Do your own research, damn it. Wow, you're still talking. Cheers. I know, man. I'm about to get the fuck up out of here though. Did you go over the free gas thing on the ETH mints? Well, it's not really free. It's just people are adjusting gas. And now I think that there's some people who know how to mine. And they know how to mine out their own Zen with the vanilla to get it even lower. On like a 128. But the original exploit, Tree City West did a good job. He told me that it was a Reddit. He actually left it in my comments on that one. He put me into the world. It's right there, but that's not it. Basically, long story short, Reddit and FTX had a promotion going on where if you were a community member of Reddit, you could essentially use the gas, or you could use free gas to claim things from Reddit on FTX. So somebody was using that portal to send a ping to the smart contract to mint Zen. And now more people can, if you have gas tokens, basically they can, if they have enough, and this is like, that's why it's not really that big of a deal, because it's just FUD for whales. And at the same time, you want a bunch of Zen to be made because more than likely they'll burn it. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't see it impacting anything. And all it did was really impact this concept of my reality to think that gas is not manipulable, like, or you can't manipulate gas, but you fucking can on all chains. You can manipulate that shit and you can get a value. So it's free. Some people getting it for free, man. That's why we need X1 chain. We need a decentralized blockchain. But yeah, bro, we out of here. If you've been watching the stream the whole time, big ups to you. We had Razvan from DBXEN on earlier on. We talked a bunch about DBxeNFTs. So if you just got here, rewind the time. It's a long ass stream. I don't care. And maybe I'll bust out some of the best clips from it just for y'all. But like your membership, I can't get it to work. Hey, maybe you just need a hard reset the whole hardware you got, bro. Maybe, I don't know, ZTFO. That's so weird, bro. They got you up like that. I'm sorry, they gassing the homie up. Hopefully you get it figured out. But yeah, man, tomorrow's Thursday, April 3rd. I'll be back with some more analyzation on the DBXEN world and Zen world. And yeah, man, y'all be chill out there. Peace.
Astronaut.
Hey, hit that like button on your way out, bro. Straight up, hit that like button, man. Stop tripping, stop playing. Hit that like button before you hit close.